All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 775. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's furiously rubbing his face right now, Wombat.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
You are. I was going to say something about going to Hell Week at Orange Theory.
It was a weird, it's so annoying, and I can actually say that if I could have gone to Hell Week this week, maybe I would have pulled it off. So as many of you are aware, I went to the doctor about 3 months ago, where the doctor told me that I was in really bad shape, and if I didn't do something about it, I'd probably be dead fairly soon. And that's, was part of the impetus for me to do Orange Theory in the first place.
Good
and
impetus.
Also, yes, and also after that initial appointment, I had to make other doctor's appointments. But as, many people know, if you're not like if it's not an emergency, most of those appointments are not available for like 3 months. All of those follow-up doctor's appointments were this week. So I just couldn't.
During Hell Week,
which I didn't know at the time when I made these appointments 3 months ago. So it's not entirely my fault.
it's not too late, though. You only have to go to 4 out of the 8 classes, and you can get the t-shirt.
Well, I'm going tomorrow because tomorrow's really the first day I could actually go.
Math time.
I know. Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday counts.
You have Monday and Tuesday also. You got this.
I thought it was a week like Monday to Sunday.
It's 8. You got to get 4 out of 8. That's it. It started Tuesday this year.
Okay, well, I'll see. I'll discuss it with them tomorrow. Because to be honest, also my classes renew, and I could theoretically, I will have enough classes.
You have to pay $15 though to register for it.
I understand.
To get your free
t-shirt.
Exactly.
But on the good news is I had my follow-up appointment with the doctor this week after they told me that I was dying, and the prognosis was significantly better this time.
You might live.
I might live. My cholesterol dropped 100 points.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. It dropped almost in half.
Nice.
Yeah. So it went from...
That's a diet change, though, more than Orange Theory, right?
It's both. It is both. Because my cardiovascular health is significantly better than it was. And I also had a call. It's interesting because when I went to my doctor's not young. So I'm trying to explain what Orange Theory is. And, I still do Supernatural in the VR and even HelloFresh. Like, I'm doing calorie smart meals from HelloFresh.
He doesn't understand any of it.
And not a word. And then I met with the I shouldn't say nutritionist because that's not fair because she's also a doctor, a medical doctor that could prescribe things. So I guess a medical doctor of nutrition. I don't know. But I met with her this week also, and she was probably in her early 30s. And I said all of these same things. And she's like, oh, that's great for your cardiovascular health. And, oh, yes, no, you get a lot of vegetables with those HelloFresh meals. So that's really good. Also, she knew what everything was. It was like night and day. It was like one was like trying to explain it to my mom, and the other one was being talked down to by my kids. So it was running the gamut of experiences.
Old people hate them, right?
Old people. It was pretty funny. It's like, yeah, no, I've been doing this. She's like, can you tell me what that is?
Right.
No. But there you go.
Once you tell the doctor there's an app for it, he's out. Like, he's not going to follow anything.
Pretty much, but it's okay. The numbers were much better.
That's great. That's awesome.
I have to go to my niece and nephew's B'nai mitzvah this weekend.
I don't even know what that is, and I'm Jewish.
It's a bar mitzvah, but it's for a boy and a girl at the same time. It's called the B'nai mitzvahs for twins that are,
Those are the donuts. They're French donuts.
Beignets. It's a
beignet mitzvah. It's a French donut. But the thing is, I haven't tried my suit on in like over a year, like I was afraid to. And I put it on today, and it's actually big on me. So I felt very happy about that.
What, you're going to look weird with a big suit? What are you going to do?
I would rather look weird in a big suit where no one is going to be looking at me than be physically uncomfortable in a small suit where no one's going to be looking at me.
You can get it tailored now to fit your
It's literally on Saturday. I am not getting anything tailored.
Your daughter could do it for you.
That's okay. She probably could, but I'm not going to ask.
She could probably make you a whole new outfit by then.
I know. She was in her room before cutting and sewing for someone else's costume. Not even her own. Someone else's costume.
Not yours.
Not mine.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Opportunities, I feel.
I know. What can you do? Everybody needs a hobby.
Sure.
They're worse. They're worse. I think she offered to make something for Ty once too, but that's
What about me?
Oh, sorry, dude.
I need special care. I'm very long. Need
I know.
custom order stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think for one of those concerts that they went to, not together, but
Ty just had his 16th birthday party. 16th
That's
birthday.
crazy.
He's 16.
That's crazy. I say that as a father of a 15-year-old, but
It's
still
a lot.
16. 16's a lot.
And he specifically said he wanted to have a bowling birthday party, which I thought was just like, all right. I was like, all right. And I looked into it. Have you been to Bolero, Wombat? I think it's a chain.
I've heard of it, but I've never been.
They took the one in Mineola and they turned it into a Bolero. It's basically like a bar. They have food. It's much nicer than your normal bowling alley. Anyway, the best thing about it is that you can book an entire birthday party on your phone without speaking to somebody. It just has a form. How many people? What day do you want to do it? What time? Do you want the chicken fingers? Do you want the pizza? Do you want the plan with the extra gift card? Blah, 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 blah. They take your credit card. They charge you right on the spot. You just show up that day. The manager comes over. She's like, oh, you're right here. You see like your spot with everything there. And it was pretty cool. I love doing things through an app and not having to talk to anybody.
Have you already had the party then? Or this is just the setup for the party?
That's just when you show up. You show up, everything's ready, and they just introduce you.
But you've already showed up and everything was ready.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. They're like, here's your area. Here's they had Ty spelled out in like big letters, and Kevin had his party over there, and Tyler down there.
You could have gotten. Did you get some like money off because Ty's name was so short?
That's the first thing I said when I saw it. I said it out loud. No, but it was pretty good. And they give you they don't give you, but you can buy a pin to have your friends sign the pin at the end, which I thought was cool. By the way, I've never seen worse bowling in my entire life than 16-year-olds in the year of 2023, or at least Ty's friends. I mean, nobody knows how to bowl even remotely a little bit. 2 out of the 3 lanes were bumpers, as they wanted, and just even the people not on the bumper lane, just hard, like throwing the ball straight into the floor, like not even close to any type of bowling
and
form.
Instead of their names, they put in their pronouns.
I don't know what it was, just like codes, just like no vowels even. But I was not even joking. Like I didn't see one person that knew how to throw a bowling ball, and there's like 20 kids. Like I think they don't care, but they had a great time. Like they all got excited when it goes off the thing. Even if it goes off the bumper and gets a spare, like all the girls get very excited. And yeah, I wanted to get up there and demonstrate the proper form, but I figured that would be bad.
I think that's what Ty would have wanted you to do.
Let me show you kids how to bowl.
How to bowl.
Let me show you what you got to do is.
I took lessons when I was a teenager.
That's frightening in itself.
That was the thing back in the 80s. I mean, that was the thing. I mean, there were more bowling alleys then. There were a lot of bowling alleys. And I told Ty, you have to tell them how many people ahead of time, and you don't get any refunds. If you book 20 people and 18 show up, they're keeping that money. They're just going to give you like extra wings or something, or extra arcade cards. So I told
wings.
I told Ty, well, no, we didn't. I told Ty, if your friends don't show, like I'm bowling. So that's going to be a really good motivator for you to make sure that everybody comes. And in fact, he had 2 extra kids that showed up. So I wound up paying more. So that backfired completely. But anyway, it was good. It was cool. I recommend that if you're looking for an easy party. Not cheap, but
is that where Sabrina has a Sweet 16 that she's going to Friday that I believe is also bowling?
It's nice. I mean, when I opened the door and walked in there, I was like, oh, this is really nice for a bowling alley. I wish they had a ping pong version of this. Well, it's Spin is basically the ping pong version, but no less birthday parties. Anyway, so we got that going on. He got a lot of presents. Like the kids write like long letters to each other, like about how good friends they are. Very different than when I was growing up. You're just like, fuck you. You're lucky you got a gift even.
I had
Anyway,
no friends.
exactly. Me neither. Fucking, I was very impressed with this kid's turnout. Except for the bowling skills. Just that was the fucking embarrassment. Anyway, what else is going on? Ship, anything going on over there?
I'm happy to report that nothing is going on over here. The water is still in the pipes.
That's good.
Yes. No, I mean, no, we're like full on like end of soccer season right now. So every weekend is like 4 soccer games that I'm attending and watching.
Oh my God.
It's fine. I like it. Basketball has started up though, and I'm coaching basketball this year. So
Boys or girls or both?
right now, just girls. We'll see if I coach my son as well.
Good luck.
But like the kindergarten and first grade basketball though, like there's no practices, right? Like they practice like before they play the game for like 20 minutes. And
That's
then,
respectful of everybody's time. I like that.
sure, but it's frustrating because there's like no out of bounds either. Like they don't call out of bounds. So it's just like if you hit a wall,
It's
maybe
like bumper
turn
bowling.
around.
Just
Yeah,
like
just
bumper
turn
bowling.
around.
I was gonna say
hit a
it's like
wall.
that old electronic football where you plug it in and it's just a tin bottom
Vibrating.
and the vibrating players just kind of move in circles and
I had
some
that.
of them fall over and eventually someone gets a ball in the right spot.
Yeah, like whoever gets knocked out by the drinking fountain in the corner, that they win, lose. I don't know. We don't.
That's
keep
when they blow
score.
the
Who
whistle.
knows?
That's when they blow the whistle.
I don't know. Like they don't blow the whistle ever. Like
Oh.
it's. I don't know that I want to coach that because there's not much coaching, and then you just feel bad. You're like, I don't.
You're
Like,
babysitting.
I guess you're
basically.
running around with the ball. That's fine. I don't know. Like, I don't. So 4th grade girls though, I can coach 4th grade girls.
That sounds a little bit better.
It sounds much better.
They have an
It's
actual
tough.
practice.
Like we get 1 hour a week though to practice. Like how much improvement do you expect in 1 hour a week of practice?
Not much.
Not much. So it's gonna be an interesting season. But
Nice.
I'm happy to be back coaching.
Tennis season ended this week. That's officially over now.
Cold out there to be playing tennis.
I know. Well, they missed 2 games because of the weather, and then they closed it out with a charity thing where Sabrina had to play doubles with one of her teachers as her teammate. And from what I've been told, it appeared as though that teacher had never held a tennis racket in their life,
Nice.
so she had to basically carry them both. But what can you do? It was for a good cause. So, but that's over. So no practice. That was practice 5 days a week, though. That's a little different.
You get better. You get better if you're doing that.
For sure.
2 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's a lot of practice.
That's normal high school practicing.
It is, and I'll brag a little bit. She was named a starter already for next year's team. So,
What does the starter mean in tennis?
well,
You get to play every time.
you get to play. There's a roster for each game, and you're on it. If you're on it, then you're playing, and if you're not on it, then you're there to cheer your teammates on. And that's how it works.
Okay.
Because there's more kids than there are actual games.
It
I
kind
don't
of
have that many
sucks.
courts.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if it was ping pong, they could fit everybody in. Probably.
Yeah, Sabrina played twice, maybe 3 times. During the season, she got to play in 3 games. She won 2 of them.
This is crazy. Like, so, like, they don't have like a JV and a varsity?
No, it's just varsity.
Wombats
just
Town.
varsity,
They don't
but-
know tennis
but
in
you-
Wombats
You
Town. They
don't
know.
get to play.
Basically, yes. You get to practice, and when you're varsity level, then you're usually named a starter, but not always.
The fireworks team has a junior varsity team, and like the catalytic converter theft team.
Yeah, they have a
JV.
yep.
They have a
mhm.
JV.
Yeah,
That's crazy to me. Like I get that. Like, yeah, some kids are on the bench and may not be playing varsity, but like around here, like you would play on the freshman team or the JV team. You wouldn't just be like, oh, I guess show up every day. Maybe you'll get to play in a game sometime.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's you're working your way towards it. It's not like it's, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're cleaning up the jock straps and whatnot.
Right. It's just a different, it's different than what it is around here, I guess.
You have more space.
Plenty of room for tennis courts.
Exactly.
Too much room for tennis courts.
Exactly. too many tennis courts?
Too many tennis courts.
Everybody plays. Everybody shines.
They're all pickleball courts now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Fucking pickleball.
The bane of Cheapy's existence.
No, it doesn't bother me.
It's called popular ping pong in some circles.
Yeah. All right. Should we go to show feedback?
Sure. I just pulled all of it. This is all of it.
Well, from where? This is from YouTube?
No, this is from the show thread.
Okay.
Gorgo has to say, thanks for the show, folks. A good time as always. And he wanted Chipwreck to know that Vampire Survivors just added 6 achievements. And speaking of co-op, have you tried the co-op on Vampire Survivors? He played the hell out of that game, but then switched to Tears of the Kingdom and keep forgetting to go back and try the co-op. So have you tried the co-op and have you gotten your new achievements?
I have not fired it. I saw that the achievements came out. I think they came out the day of when we were recording. But I have not tried the co-op because it does not seem like something that I would be satisfied with another person playing with me.
They're not going to be as good as you. They would have to be at least as good as you or better. That's the only way.
Right.
It's like Sabrina playing doubles with a school teacher. She's not helping the situation. They're just making more work for you.
Right.
Wasting your time.
I'm just assuming I would be going over and reviving them or whatever you're going to do in co-op mode.
Yell at them mostly for not being good.
Yeah. So I did find another Survivors game though. Someone on Twitter suggested it to me from listening to the show because last time I was playing, talked about playing Spellbound Survivors, which was
the better one.
The better one is called Army of Ruin, I believe is the name of it. Yes, Army of Ruin, which I've been playing on Xbox as well, and that one has all the hooks that Vampire Survivors has.
Now I have to look it up.
But it is a more modern looking game.
Right, that's what I want to see.
So it is.
Wow, it's crazy.
It is. I don't know what I would call that art style. Like it's a friendly looking art style, like a kind of a fantasy looking, kind of, I don't know, cartoon.
Oh, this game isn't new. This game's been out for a year.
It's been out. I think it came out on consoles maybe earlier this year.
It says it came out October 27th of last year.
Okay. If I was thinking to hit consoles this year, but maybe Steam earlier, but I don't
Steam
care.
this year. Steam this year, June.
Steam this year. Maybe I was.
It looks crazy. It looks like Gauntlet. It looks like Gauntlet, but
yes, it looks like what a modern like 3D Gauntlet kind of would look like.
And it's $8.
And it's $8, and it's got the right level of depth that Vampire Survivors had.
Oh, it came out in June on the Xbox. There you go.
So not October.
No, I don't know why Google said October. Hey, I was going off of what it said when I searched it.
Sure. It's fine. It's not a. It's.
No. I don't want to offend anybody.
What else?
What else?
Yeah, but Army of Ruin, I would recommend. That's a recommend. It's especially like it's very much like, hey, we really liked Vampire Survivors. We made the same game, but it's like we actually made like a different version of it with like more things like thrown in and kind of like its own. You can tell it's its own game, but at the same time, you're like, oh, I understand how these weapons are going to combine together and evolve, and I get what the like basic mechanics are.
I still think Marvel Survivors would be the bomb.
It would be like it. Just keep making these. I don't care. Like.
Yep.
They seem cheap to make, right? Like they're like real people sell them for like next to nothing. Like, I don't know. I put everything in these games. Who cares? Halo Survivors.
And yeah, just call it Survivor. You have to have Survivors in the title. I was a little disappointed that Army of Ruin doesn't have Survivors.
Yeah, like how would you know about this game? Like just throw Survivors in the
Army of Ruin Survivors.
Correct. That's the correct name for this game.
Yeah, it's good. It works. What else?
Harry McBack has to say, next time Cheap, I'd put out next time Cheap is out of town. There we go. Or too busy running the ping pong club. Can we get an episode of just Ship and Wombat talking toys? That's because we talked about toys extensively last week. I actually, Chip, did you use your 25% off one toy at Target coupon
Not
yet?
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
So for those who have the Target app, currently they have that 25% off one toy. They also had in there, I don't know if it was a for everybody one, $5 off a toy as well. And for those who are wondering, yes, those coupons do stack. So you can get 25% off plus an additional $5 off of that. That's kind of a good deal.
Yeah, they do a similar deal near Christmas time every year.
It was the extra $5 that I thought was kind of
They
fun.
give you that 25% coupon off before they put up all the Black Friday sales that then are cheaper than when you use the 25% off.
Yes, because that coupon expires. Although we did buy something stupid as a family, and I recommend it if you want. I recommend it at the price we bought it at. I do not recommend it at full price. But if you're looking for a fun toy for your family, and everyone in my family is way too old for this, we got a Beast Lab. Do you know what that is, Ship?
I do not know what a Beast Lab is. That's why we're both.
Do you know what a Magic Mixie is?
I know what a Magic Mixie is. Yes.
Okay.
Who doesn't know what a Magic Mixie is?
Me.
I know you don't, but Shipwreck does, and now he has a frame of reference. Okay. So a Magic Mixie is like a cauldron where you put like stuff in it and you pour in some water and it makes like effects, and
it makes like smoke like come out, and then like lights are like blinking and everything. Yeah, it's basically cancer cauldron is what it is.
Okay.
And then
you get a stuffed
animal out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, which also gives you cancer.
And it was, and when that came out, it was really big on YouTube and TikTok, and it was like a thing. Now for this year, they have one that's a little bit more, I guess, more boy oriented. Although I would say that Beast Lab is for boys or for girls, because we went out and we bought one. We're using all of our coupons. It was like $40.
Jizz sock.
And the three of us, Sabrina, Elliot, and I, sat there and followed all the steps to get our beast out of the lab. And you would think it was like the greatest thing any of us had ever seen in our entire lives. Like we were going through the motions. You turn dials and you put there's like a fake fingerprint reader, and there's like all this knobs and buttons, and when you turn things, different lights go off and sound effects. And
which one did you get?
We got the Target exclusive where you either get a Cobra Man or a Crocodile Man, and we got a Crocodile Man action figure, and that action figure is badass.
I'm trying to look it up.
And some of the lab itself is really solid, and you can do it again. You don't even need to get the stuff. Like, they have refill kits. You don't need the refill kits. Like, you could actually do it again. It has this really cool effect where the plastic tube that's clear, it fills up with green liquid, but you ever see that magic trick where a magician's like, I have a glass of milk, and he turns the glass of milk upside down and the milk disappears because it's like a double insulated glass and it's not really milk. Right. It's that kind of trick, but it's with green goo in this double insulated plastic tube. It's lots of neat effects. They really put some thought into it. And like I said, we did it and we just thought it was a lot of fun. So I'm saying that if you have really for, kids probably between the age of like 5 and 10, not my kids, but we still had a good time because sometimes it's good to do something fun and dumb. That would be a good toy to get. I recommend a Beast Lab. Get a Beast Lab. That's what I'm saying. Ship, go get a Beast Lab.
You can't fuck it. It's a thumbs down for me. Sorry.
I feel like at this point, like, I'm trying to like keep my kids committed to the same toy like properties that they're already involved in, because I've made it so that the organization of those toys is all like per license. Like,
but this is like a
you've got your
singular
bins
thing.
of Transformers and you've got your bins of GI Joes.
And this toy can fight the Transformers.
But he's not gonna get put away into the bin that.
No, he'll
where the
get put back.
Transformers-
He literally attaches back into the Beast Lab. You put a little, you like turn the knob in the back so he stays in place.
That's
You
not
like
gonna
locks
happen
into
though.
it.
It's just gonna get put somewhere.
It's going to ruin the system, is what he's saying.
I don't know.
I've got a system going, and the system is clear bins where all the
That's-
toys are organized.
You realize at some point your son's going to be, 40 years old on a podcast saying, I bought the remastered Beast Lab because I really wanted one when I was a kid, and my dad wouldn't buy me one.
He has not circled any Beast Labs in the mini toy catalog, Christmas catalogs that have come through here. What he has
Yet.
circled is all of the stuff that he already knows. Makes it much easier.
I'm sure.
I've already got a huge tub of GI Joes that have been accumulating that'll go that way at Christmas.
Beast Lab.
It looks fine.
It's fun. Beast
70
Lab.
big ones.
I know. I didn't pay 70.
Ooh.
I wouldn't pay 70 for it.
Sweet. All right, what else?
Yeah.
That's it.
Nothing. That's it. That's
Good.
it. We talk toys.
Sweet. That's not what the question was. You didn't say
What
talk.
you want? If he wants us to do it, yeah. Well, that's not going to happen. So
Right.
we talk toys now instead.
They could do it if they, but if I'm out of town, how's it going to be done?
Yeah,
that
It's not
defeats.
going to happen.
I can do it.
Ship can do it.
I
So?
know how to do it.
Let him do it. Do it.
Okay, next time
I
we're
was
out of
gonna
town.
do it, but
He said he
Yeah.
could do it.
could do it.
Right. It's like what I say when I see a Picasso in a museum. Like, I can do that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Like the CAGcast is right alongside of Picasso and the
CAGcast
the
and Guernica,
artistry that
same
you
thing.
put into it.
Yes. It's old enough to be in a museum, at
Mhm.
least.
Mhm.